All right, welcome back to the Eye of Jupiter podcast. I have a special guest for you today, Mr. Les Durrant, the founder of Object and Orbs based in Mineral Bluff, Georgia. So let's welcome to the show, Mr. Les Durrant.
How are you? How's it going?
Oh, it's going good, man. I'm glad you came on.
Yes, yeah, I'm excited to show you some new stuff, and I've got a whole bunch of evidence. I mean, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, great, dude. So let's do the listeners of the Eye of Jupiter podcast a favor, and or watchers, and introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us about yourself and where we can find you.
Yes. So my YouTube channel is Objects and Orbs. So if you just go to YouTube and just look it up, Objects and Orbs, make sure to tell everybody about it too. I was just talking to my stepdaughter about it too, because I was looking at my the analytics of the YouTube channel, and it's not anything like that. But what I'm noticing is that there's not a whole lot of the younger people that are watching or that know maybe about the UFOs that I've seen or that I've talked to. And so I'm looking for people, especially to that are good with like graphic design, Photoshop, stuff like that, who can make things look clearer. And I'll give you some examples of what I mean here in a little bit. And that's kind of what I'm looking for. So yeah, so that's really about it. I'm here in Mineral Bluff, Georgia, and I'm about 5 miles from Tennessee and about 5 miles from North Carolina. Up here in the woods, and I don't know if you can kind of tell behind me. There's some trees. Oh yeah, there you go. It's not too bad.
Looks nice.
Yeah, so I'm 1,900 feet up, and there's some more over there.
Okay.
So yeah, and so we're in kind of a log cabin style house. And
how did you Les, if you don't mind asking, how did you get started into all this? What intrigued you to start looking into this subject?
Right. Well, here's the crazy thing. So about a couple of years ago, it's actually going to be my 3-year anniversary this year for my Objects and Orbs, but and even since my my first sighting. But me and my wife were kind of wanting to get into kind of paranormal stuff. And so when the pandemic hit, that's pretty much what we were doing. We were kind of looking and just watching a lot of these paranormal shows, and we discovered these guys called Twin Paranormal. And
big fan.
Love them.
Yes.
And I use all of the same equipment. I've got my K2 meter. I got my REM pod. In fact, I had my REM pod out over here earlier. I set it out. I was trying to see if I could get anything. I also have.
What I like about Twin Paranormal is the way they show a certain amount of respect towards the paranormal. They kind of introduce themselves. I'm the guy with the camera. This is my twin brother, and this is Wyatt. And I just love it because, you know, a lot of times these people, they go into these locations, it's more like to provoke or like a smash and grab kind of situation. I always find it to
Yes.
be just off-putting.
Yes, that's exactly the mantra of my group, Objects and Orbs. It's all about respect. And you said it even better than I could have said it about those guys. Yeah, I use Spirit Talker. I use a ton of Spirit Talker. I don't use just 2 phones though. I use 5 phones. I hook them up.
All right, let's.
It's my gig. It's my gig, and plus I've got a spirit box. All right. So now that you kind of got me on this gig, hold on.
All right, all right. Looks like Les is going to get up and show us the rest of his equipment here.
One.
I always go, okay. Oh, that's all his phones.
Two.
I'm sure they're all charged too.
Oh yeah.
Holy cow.
So and then also I've got my tri-field meter. Ooh.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Now, all right, and then so really, I ask people. Oh wait, here's the other one.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So I ask people. I say, hey, how many of these phones do you have just lying around your house that you're not using? Right, 2 or 3 of them, maybe. Right. And so a lot of people are thinking, well, what can I do with my phone? Well, I'll tell you what you can do with your phone. One, here's what you can do is if you can get on to Google, like Google Play.
Okay.
It doesn't matter as long as you can get onto Google Play. The phone doesn't have to have service. So you saw me. I just picked this phone up. This ain't
Yeah.
this right here. This S22. Yeah, this is my everyday phone. Now
Right.
this also does have Velcro on the back. We'll leave that at that for now. But let's continue on with this. So the good thing about this is that I can go in and I can pull up. We were talking about Spirit Talker. Oh, guess
Right.
what? Spirit Music Box. Love
Oh, they
it.
got, okay.
Love it too. Okay. So let's see, there's that. And okay. Oh, and I have Spirit Typer. Okay, so Spirit Talker. Okay, got that on there right there. Oops.
Okay,
And
yes.
all right. So now what I do is I
Do you
leave
use that
my,
in yeah, I was also gonna, yeah, you leave them around, you ask questions. But I
yeah.
was wondering, do you also do the Estes method with those?
I can do that. I can do that with this even.
Okay.
I don't need to do it with those. But there's the Spirit Talker. That's one that they use it, and they also use the Necrometer as well.
Right, that's a spooky one. And it's got the crazy voice on it.
Yeah, and I've seen my stepdaughter crying because she talked to her dad on it.
Okay.
Yeah, which
All
is
right.
crazy. Okay.
So you use a spirit box as well, I'd imagine, of course, if you're doing the
Yes.
Estes method.
Yeah, and I work in radio. I work about 7 miles from here. So
Okay.
my transmitter is on now. We're up here in the mountains, so my transmitter's still quite a ways away, about the same distance. And so now, for people who don't know what this is a spirit box. This is the P-SB7T. Is
Yeah.
there
Could you
anybody here who
maybe?
would like to say
Yeah.
hello?
Hello.
What's your name? Are you here with me still?
There was somebody there for a second.
So you can see it going by.
Right. Can you explain maybe to the watchers of the Eye of Jupiter what is a spirit box
Yeah.
exactly?
So basically, what it does is it's just a transistor radio, but
Okay.
it's programmed to go through all of the frequencies at the same time. So it'll go through, and the faster it goes through, I think that just makes it easier for you to understand.
Okay.
And they say that the spirits can use that energy to be able to communicate through the radio.
Wow.
So so
Okay.
so many times when you turn this on, you'll hear something that will reply to you. And
Okay.
I even have a video where it says my name actually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
so you were saying, Les, that you started watching Twin Paranormal, and then how did that continue? I mean, so you
Yeah.
started watching them, you got intrigued by it, or how was that?
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so thanks for reminding me. Very
No
good.
worries, no worries.
Yeah, so the good thing about those guys, we just really liked the way that they did it and thought that was so cool that we decided to get some of our own equipment. So we're like, all right, let's get a K2 meter, and then we got we decided to get the REM pod and all of that, and went to the ghost house, went to a haunted house here in Georgia, and
Okay.
it's called the Chastain House, and it's literally about the same distance. It's about maybe a little bit further, about 10-15 miles away from here, and pretty popular place actually. So we got some great evidence there actually, and I've got video of objects or not, or just basically orbs that are turning off the caretaker's phone, messing with his
Wow.
phone. And yeah, and if you go to my
Okay.
Objects and Orbs YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it, and it's got some really cool stuff in it.
Yeah. Go over there, guys, and like and subscribe to this channel, please.
It's one of the very first videos that we did. And
Okay.
so then after that, I was kind of praying. I was like, you know what, Heavenly Father, I want to be able to see something that I'd never seen before, because
Oh
I
wow.
was seeing orbs and I was like, wow, I loved orbs, but I wanted to see something else. And I didn't know what it was. So
Okay.
the Chastain House was literally in April of 2021. So in June of 2021, I set my camera out because I was like, "Hey, you saw all these old cell phones." So one of them very similar to one of these, if not one of these. Yeah. So these all have Velcro on the back. Um,
Okay. Is that
and,
so you can maybe have them on and strapped to you as
yeah,
you walk around, like behind you or something?
no, here's
No.
I'm gonna show you. So, okay, here we go. All right. So what I did was I was like, well, I want to be able to see something that I hadn't seen before. Well, anyway, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna put my phone and I'm gonna aim it up to the sky, try to catch
Okay.
some clouds and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and turn this up here. And so what I did was I turned on my camera, just on my camera on my phone. Okay.
Okay.
And then I put it on a little tripod, but this thing works just as well. And then what I do is I take this and I aim it up to the sky, and I set it up on a fence post, or do it like this, just set it back here.
Right.
But this way I can kind of see where I'm at or what I'm doing. And then I just hit record,
Right.
just let it record, and then it'll do its thing. And now I've even got to where I can record outside, and I've got an extension cord, so I don't even have to worry about the power um, running out on it.
So were you, less to not to cut
Yeah.
you off, man, but
Wait,
were you always interested in this topic? Was there something that happened to you as a child, or oh no, nothing? You just one day you just said, you know what, I want to do that. That looks interesting. Is that what it
yeah,
was?
no, actually, so my gig is I'm a radio host actually.
All right.
That's what I do. Yeah. So I'm a morning host at a radio station. But okay, so after I had this up here, it was aimed up to the sky, and because I really like the clouds, I am into clouds and that kind of stuff. I'm actually a member of the Cloud Appreciation Society.
Really? I didn't know there was such
Yeah,
a thing.
yeah. Hold on, hold
Oh,
on.
I'm about to get schooled. All right,
Yes.
this is great.
Oh,
Cloud
yes.
appreciation. That's a cumulonimbus.
Yes, here we go. All right. So, yes.
All right. This is
Yeah.
this is like a diploma or a plaque or
Yeah, it's kind of a plat. So this is Gavin Printer Penny. I saw this guy on the Weather Channel.
okay.
And and he's like, yes, I run the Cloud Appreciation Society. I'm like, I told my daughter, I was like, I've got to be a member of that. I was like, I've got to be a member of that. That's cool. Because I was living in Texas, and yeah,
Okay.
no, not. I mean, we get some dang good clouds down there, of
Oh, it's
course.
called Big Sky, isn't it? Like Texas is the Big Sky, the big.
It's huge, right? So
Right.
that, and then we get dust and everything. So then we get dust storms too. Well, anyway.
Anyway.
So
All right.
so I just wanted to get some really good some cloud pictures, and so
Right.
I aimed it up to this guy. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna watch it. So this is in Searcy, Arkansas. So
Okay.
we were when we were living up there, there's these C-130s that fly from Little Rock, Arkansas, all the way up to Searcy and up and around. Okay, what they do is they do kind of a like a formation,
Yes.
kind of going around. So
Yes.
yeah, now I had recorded the clouds and they were really cool looking and all of that, and then all of a sudden I saw these planes. I was like, all right, this is really cool. My dad used to fly in these C-130 aircraft. So
I
this
did
is
as well. I flew in a C-130 as well when I
so
went to
awesome.
Kosovo.
Yeah. So yeah. So you know what it's like. And gosh, they're majestic. I mean, especially when they're coming in at night, and you see like 5 of them and they're flying in, to Little Rock Air Force Base. Beautiful, beautiful. So
Mhm.
this was just awesome. Um, we were still kind of in lockdown. And
Okay.
so I'm thinking, all right, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to watch my videos, see what happens, and I wasn't hoping for any UFOs. I just was really hoping for some really cool clouds that I could just run in the background and do and just kind of mess around with, because I like to have I do some video production as well, and some ambient stuff and that kind of junk. But so when I was watching that, I was like, oh, this is really cool. And then all of a sudden, I noticed something, a little something at the end. Would you like to see it?
Sure. Go if you like I said, if you know how to do it, you can. Everyone
Yeah.
who knows me knows that I'm not very good at this video stuff.
Okay. Well,
But if you know
that's
how to
all right.
share it, let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay. All right. So here we go. All
All
right.
right.
And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you here in just a sec. Let me do this here. I want to make sure that it looks good here. The best. All right.
Right.
And all right.
Present. I guess it's under present.
Yes. All right. And this is it right here. Okay. All right. Bam. Oh, it's already queued up to where it
Where
should
you
be.
want it to be. There you go. It looks like you're more prepared for the show than I was, Les.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because I've only done this. I've only done this about 20 times maybe. Okay. So here we
Oh,
go.
okay. Yeah.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share the screen with you like this. And
Mm-hmm.
instead of sharing the entire screen. Okay. All right. Now, can you see my mouse at all?
I can see. Add the stage. I'll add you on the stage here. Hold on. Let's see if this
Okay.
works. On. There it goes right there. Look at that.
Okay. All right. Can you see my mouse?
Yes, I can see your mouse.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. So let's go back over here to me setting hey, there's me. I'm setting
Hey,
it up.
good. Someone had a bad hair day.
That's right. Okay. So that's me setting it up, right? And I didn't know
Okay.
anything about UFOs, none of that junk. Okay. Now I use a
All
program
right.
called SM Player. This is freeware. Now what I did was I took the video and I took the video from the phone and put it into my video or into my computer.
All
Okay.
right.
So here we go. And I was just kind of, I wasn't even really doing it this slow, but see now that I know the ending of this story. Oh, Now, see, I see a little something right there. Now, you might not have seen that, but that's why I was going kind of slow. Oh, look at
I'll
that.
full screen myself and see if I can see something.
Okay, there we
All
go.
right.
There we go. Okay. Let's see, it's really, really small right there. Okay, now that's just a little thing. Now I'm gonna go
Uh-huh.
boom, and it's gone. All right.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, so
Definitely
here we
seen
go.
that.
Okay, so you see my face. Now this is my eye. The reason why I'm zooming out this far is because I want you to see the flare on my glasses. So
Okay,
that's
yes.
see how the flare is just moving around.
Yes.
Do-do-do. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, and there's the flare in my arm. Okay, now the flare's up there. Okay, now see how it could look like a moon. It could look like anything, but I know that it's a flare. All right.
Right.
Okay. Now that we've established that portion of it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an idea of what it looks like with a bird in it. Oh, now here's a bird right here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now see how high that bird is compared to where my head was.
Yes, higher, of
Yep.
course.
Right. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea. All right. So those are my reference. Those are my reference shots. Okay, I see the lecture something up there too. I don't know what this is. Unless that's another little. I will tell you this: that every time I look at this, I see stuff that I hadn't seen before. Okay, now, so I'm going along, and let's get to the meat and what I call the meat and potatoes of this story.
All
Come over
right.
here. Going to go down to bookmarks, and I'm going to go down to the first plane. Here comes the first plane. Okay,
Right.
so this is the first plane that, and you recognize it because it's a C-130. All right.
C-130. Very slow moving planes or cargo planes.
Yes. Okay. So let's go back. Now, my dad flew these back in the 70s, late 60s.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And here goes. So I'm gonna let it play. You let me know if you see something, and then I'll tell
All
you
right.
about it in a moment. Here
I'll
it
do my
goes.
best.
Did you see anything?
No, I did not.
Okay. Let me rewind it back.
I'm following the plane, but
Okay.
I might be missing something. Am I
That's
supposed to
okay.
follow the plane, Les?
Well, yeah, you can follow the plane, but if you happen to see anything, just open your eyes as wide as you can.
All right, I'll
Okay.
sit back. All right, let's take
Just
a look.
relax. Just relax. And here goes. It's going to have some audio this time. Here goes. Okay.
No,
If you didn't
I'm sorry.
if you didn't see it, that's fine. Okay, now
Yes.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna rewind this back, but this time we're gonna go slowly. Oh look. Let's kind of zoom in. Oh, I haven't seen. No, I didn't see that little piece before. Okay, there's a little piece right there. That's nice. And then right there.
There.
So this right here is my first MUFON unknown.
This white dot here.
This right here.
Yes. Okay. Could you go back again and run that again so I can see it appear?
Of course, yes, of course. Here goes.
That's strange.
Yeah. Now here's the crazy part. That, remember how I told you I see things that I hadn't seen before? Well,
Yes.
I do have a new gamer computer, and I'm like, oh, well, I haven't seen these three dots up here. There's one, two, and three right
I think I need
there.
glasses less. Well, I do see the one.
Oh, and okay, look at that. Oh. Okay, well now here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna do. Good thing I like to do about this is I've got a little equalizer in here. So let's bring the gamma down here a little bit.
There you go.
All right, let's see. Okay, now do you see these three up here? One, two, three. All right, let me bring that up. Okay, they really want me. Okay, hold
Important man.
on. All
I
right.
turned off all my notifications. I learned that a long time ago.
Yes.
Let's
Okay,
see.
there we go. So look at that. Okay, now. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Now let me close that out. So now that I've seen those three, that's kind of interesting. And then that goes down. Those two join down there. Can you see that?
Okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then
Wow, you're good at looking at this. You do this a lot, don't you, Les?
I do it daily. Oh, and then right. Oh, wow.
So it's like it's probably excuse pardon me. It's probably like an everyday occurrence. We've probably seen it a million times, but we're not trained to see it. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Here, let's think about what
Because
would
that's
be the
very
most
obvious now.
what's the most obvious reason why we would not have seen this?
Because it's fast and it's really close to the sun as well.
There you go. Actually, because we would have to be looking into the sun.
Which we can't do, of course.
Right, right. That was originally that's my original gig right there too, is telling people that that's where it that's why we couldn't see it. Wow, dude.
It's so fast.
Yeah. And it's like boom. Oh yeah, okay. Now there's actually more to this story. So that goes down. Here goes. And boy, I didn't realize there's all these other little guys right there. Okay. Okay, let me zoom in and I'll bring it over here. And just let me know if you can't see it, because I've been coached on trying to do this a little bit better now. Okay, so here we go. There's this right there. Boom, right there. Right. Oh, shoot. That looks a lot better on this computer. And boom, down there. But let's go back over here. I like that one. What do you think about that?
Say it again. Yes. Very nice. At the top there.
Woo. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, let me go.
All right. That's that might even be more interesting than the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, so this looks pretty dang good on here. Wow.
That's a really strong one, bro.
Yeah, I've actually learned a little bit more since I've got a colleague in California who's been helping me out too, and
What's
learning.
this one here on the
Learning
What's this one here on the
Photoshop.
right? What's this
Yeah,
one here on the right that the
right
plane's
here.
headed towards? Yes.
That's exactly right. So now let's watch it again. Okay, here it goes.
Hang on.
Right? Man. Okay, so there's a lot more happening in here. Oh. Wow, there's a lot of stuff happening in here right there. And stuff jumping around. That's why I need people who are good in Photoshop and what's this?
Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah, all right. Oh. Would you like to look at some more on this one?
I would like this. I'd like to see one that will blow my mind, Les, because those are great. Let me ask you a question first. What
Yes,
do you
go
think
ahead.
this is? What do you think this is? What do you think that is, and what is your theory?
That's the other thing about objects and orbs, is that I can't specifically say. I'm not saying that they're all government, they're all ours. No, they're not.
Okay.
They're more not ours. They are more of alternate or outside entities. I don't like to use the word aliens. People from Alabama are alien to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It's no.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't look at it that way. I look at it that yes. So let me let me bring something up, because I'm just showing you a black screen right now.
That's fine. I'm waiting for Pac-Man to show up or something. We're good. We're good, Les.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. So yeah, so I've got some stuff that I'll show you right now then. Let's do this one. Okay, gold. Here's my gold object.
Oh, okay.
Yes, my golden floating object. All right, here goes. You still see them. There's 1, 2, and there are 2 red ones, and they're blinking.
It's not showing.
This is very short. Okay, can you see it right now?
No, all I see is a black screen.
Okay. So there we go. Let me do it one more time here. And sorry about that. And there we go. All right. Here we go. All right. Hello. And my, you know what? Shoot. Well, I just noticed this down here too. That's interesting. Okay, so let's go back.
What is that?
Yeah. Okay. Let's go back. So I'm recording.
Okay, yeah. This is the night sky.
Wow. I still see them. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause it because I've had a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's a Chinese lantern or something." Now remember, I'm 1,900 feet up, and also about.
So this is the night sky that
Yes.
you're looking at, correct? All right.
Yes. Oh yeah. Now I'm not done. You said you wanted to see something that will just blow you away.
Sure.
Okay. This is actually my best piece right here. Now, but it's now I do have other kind of jaw-dropping pieces here. Let's bring this back a little bit. Here's the thing that you didn't. Here's the thing that you didn't see when it first comes up. Here goes. Right. Oh, let me go back. Let me go wide. There we go. Look at this. There's something there. That's why I thought that I had seen 2 objects.
What in the world is that? Could you zoom in on that one for me, Les?
Yes. Wow.
What is that?
Yeah, see? So let's bring that down. Okay. And okay. And bring that down right there. And right here. Oh.
Whoa.
Look at that. Yeah. It's got a little
crazy.
It does have a little bit of color.
That's crazy. That one, dude.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Okay, now I'm just leaving it. I'm just gonna leave it now. Let me go back out here. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's watch it. Wow. Okay. Now I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna use the E. If you look really close, it looks like that there could be an entity in there. Okay. I'm gonna scoot this over this way. And I'm holding down the Alt key and the left key. Now, remember, you can, if you look up SM Player, S is in Sam, M is in Mary Player, it's free. I'm not trying to sell anything like that. That sure does look like a head to me. Now, watch this here at the bottom. Oh. See how it comes on?
Whoa.
Yeah, the lights come on.
That is so odd.
Yeah, it's right.
But because it looks like a straight line at first, and then it looks like it's.
Sam. Now, here's the other thing right there. There's this right here. There's 1, 2, and there are 2 red ones, and they're blinking. And that's what I thought. All right, now I'm going to show you one that will make you go, All right. So this one right here is, I call it requests and dedications.
Okay.
And dedications, and it's called Just Like That. This is my new catchphrase. So I will tell you, there's no editing in this. Okay, there's no editing. There's no editing in here. So what you hear is what you get. All right, and here it goes. Yep, just here, and now start right here. Boom. All right. Is there anybody here who can fly by?
You can see. You know you're out there.
Just
My name
ask
is
if they can
Les.
fly by.
Oh, like a CE5.
We'd like to just be able to see you.
Mm-hmm.
We see you just about every night. Can you show yourself to us?
And there we go.
I'd like to show the world that you're here.
Oh, wow. There it is.
Yes.
There's one right there. See that?
And this is usually the way they come,
Just like that.
just like that.
Wow. Wow.
This is a different
Hello.
one. They come out with my wife too.
Wow. Wow.
That's a little slower than a satellite.
Yes.
Look at that. Yeah. We're sending this one out to Deanna. Just like that. There you go.
Yep.
And they're
Yeah.
definitely
So
brighter too. They're brighter too.
So there's
yeah.
probably Vega in the middle there for
So
me.
this is Vega.
Vega,
And
okay.
then,
Mm-hmm.
so anything that is moving will look different.
Oh, wow.
Like that.
It just appears.
Just
Yeah.
like that.
So then you got to think,
Thank you.
okay. Then you got to think, okay, how close are they really for them to either know I'm requesting them,
Hmm.
and
I don't think it's a matter of distance. I think it's a matter of intention.
no,
You don't?
right,
Okay.
right,
Because it looks like maybe they're far away and then they come into view because they're so far away they just shoot right up. You see them, they stop and then just move across like here I am.
yeah, and you know what? That's common. Like
Okay.
every night, I could go out there like tonight. If I had a way to like switch off, I bet we could call them right now and they would come. Basically, I've got a good friend of mine. His name is Nigel Impey, Impey.
Okay.
He is
Shout out to Nigel.
yeah, and he is a benevolent reptilian, and he is kind of a mentor to me. And I asked him, I said, so now that the government has pretty much stated that yes, that UAPs are a nuisance, they don't know what to do with them. They pretty much have already said that they know what they are, but now I asked my friend Nigel. I said, Nigel, what? I think we should be able to contact him. And I said, what's the best way to do it? And he said, telepathy. Of course,
Okay.
telepathy. Now, if you watch a lot of UFO shows, people talk about using telepathy, and so yeah, that's very simple. So with that, all we do is me and my wife, we just go out there and we ask them, we say, hey, can you show yourself to us? And we appreciate, once again, it's the respect. It's the
Okay.
respect. Same thing, rewinding all the way back to Twin Paranormal. It's the respect that they give the entities. Hi, hey, my
Right.
name is Les. Me and my wife are friendly. Come say hi to us. We want to meet you. Very simple. Fly by. We would love to be able to see your colors.
So I read a little bit of your information on Facebook before starting your podcast. You are you said you're a radio station host, and I think if I'm wrong, correct me. You're in it's like a Christian broadcasting. Is this correct?
I had my own Christian radio station for quite a while.
Okay.
It was called christianbeats.us, but right now I work it's called Mountain Country Radio.
Okay.
So it's www.mountaincultureradio.com.
Okay, so the reason I asked that, Les, is because from a Christian world point of view,
Yes.
when you're calling these entities into the visual plane of existence we happen to be in, where does that fit in with your beliefs? How does that work for you, sir?
Right. Well, at least here's the crazy thing that I wouldn't say you hit a nerve, but here's the crazy thing is because recently I've been reaching out to some of the local groups around where I live, just saying, hey, I'm a UFO guy, and I'm in a documentary, all this stuff. But one of the towns that's like really nearby, they're just giving me heat. They're like, "Oh, you're calling them and you're calling demons, and they're all demons." I'm like, "No, they're not demons. They're friggin'
Okay.
angels. They're angel.
Okay.
Whenever we, and you'll hear this a lot. Actually, you'll hear that if you look up aliens and angels or UFOs and angels, you'll find different types of things. And so every time we see them, they just fly. You saw how nice that one flew over. It's like, wow. It's
Yes,
just
sir,
like,
it did. Yes, sir, it did.
and not like like that. It was just like, hey, wow, It's kind of like, it's like, hey, wow. I mean, honestly, that's, if you go back and look at it, it's like, hey, what's up, and then a lot of times we will get these objects that look like that they're just winking at us and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, and
Interesting.
just
Interesting.
yeah. And let me see. Let's see.
So you're saying, so that's basically you're saying you believe they're angels instead of demons because in the way they're presenting themselves, it's not aggressive or, I don't
Right.
know, anti-Christian. It's more angelic the way
Correct.
they are presenting themselves. Okay.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're and especially with the people that we know, um, we are more, instead of being local, if that makes sense. Okay, Earth is local compared to the rest of the universe, right? So,
Okay.
right. I mean, we're local. We have, I'm still very Christian. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. Jesus guides me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe in what God guides me to do. I don't specifically. I do read the Bible. I know about Scripture, but when God puts me where He wants me to be, He smiles on me by blessing me. Right? Would
Okay.
that make sense?
Yes, of course.
Look at where I'm at. I'm very blessed. I work for Mountain Country Radio in Georgia. I live 5 miles from my mom.
Oh, that's great.
And my wife works literally quarter of a mile down the hill from where we live, because we live on a hill. You have to drive up here in a four-wheeler to be able to get up here.
It's
So
same way to get to my property. It's a mud
right,
bath. I'm
yeah,
out here in the
right.
jungle.
So we're blessed. We're blessed,
Yes.
and
Yes, we are.
we're not surrounded by evil.
No.
And if same thing. If you notice, Twin Paranormal, think about how blessed those guys are.
I don't know. They do have that attachment. I think it's Kevin. That can be a little bit strange because I know
Yes, well,
they like to bless the room and help the entities leave if they want to go. But
but
there's always that fear of the attachment that kind of keeps me away from doing something of the same nature.
well, I mean, the fact that, how, I'm not saying how popular they are, but
Mm-hmm.
how people just really gravitate to them. It's because of the way they treat things. I honestly think that they're better than some of the bigger names that are out there. But what I mean blessed is that, they are always seeming to be doing the right things and getting the right responses, and not the
Oh, okay.
evil responses, right?
Well, I've
So
seen some
if they,
things on there now. I've seen some
oh
things
no,
that scared me.
yeah, no, yeah, no worries. Yeah. But they're also so strong too, especially even with myself, that if you go in with a strong vibe, it's because you're doing what you're supposed to do, because
I
they're
got
not
you.
hanging it up. They're not hanging it
Right.
up. It's because God wants them to do what they're doing right now.
Yeah,
The
they're
people,
not calling it in. They're actually doing their purpose, is what you're trying to say.
they're doing their purpose. It's just like
There you
me.
go.
I've got pictures of me when I was 5 years old playing records, and now I'm playing I'm playing wave files on the air for the tri-state.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, he does
but
it's done the same thing to me. Done the same thing to me. I'm not a Christian, but I'm definitely a believer in God.
yes,
And my calling has been I mean, I'm a painter. You can't see it because I blurred my background. Let me go grab it real quick. I do some paintings. I've done stand-up music, podcasting now. Just a
Right.
myriad of things. Very interesting life so far in existence. And then like recently just accepted the presence of God in my life. And it's definitely helped me immensely.
Amen.
And
Yeah. Amen
yeah,
to that. Yeah.
so give
And
me a second. I'll
and
show you what I
so,
do.
all right. Yeah. No, that's
Sorry.
awesome. Go ahead. Ah, okay. All right. That's awesome.
Blurry.
It's a little bit blurry, but I get, yeah, no, I get like every once in a
Yeah,
while it
anyhow.
comes in. That's very, no, I can tell. Is that kind of Bob Rossi?
Trust me, it looks good.
No, no, I could, no, I could see some of it. I could actually see it.
Yes.
Is some of it is it Bob Rossi a little bit?
It's Bob Ross style. I mean, he's definitely part of it, and amongst other people that I've watched,
Right.
Kevin Hill and a few others that really got me
I was
into
gonna
it.
say it. Yeah, I was gonna say it does look like it has that feel, but it looks like it has a little bit more sharpness to it, a little bit more
Yes.
clarity.
Well, I met
Yeah.
this. I wasn't painting for a long time because I had to leave Germany because of a
Mhm.
certain situation that happened a few years back that I wouldn't allow them to do to me.
Right.
The temple, remember, and I said no. And so I came over here, and then I met this woman, and she inspired me to start painting again. And that's the first one that came out. So
Wow.
it's been great. It's been great.
Wow, that's awesome. No, that's cool. I love that, and even your background is nice too, of your waterfalls and stuff. So
Yeah, so
so
I'll get
that
into it now. I'll get into it. It's been a
no,
while. It's been a while.
that's cool. But no, I
I'm sorry.
that's it. This is something that I just love doing, and like I said, I could walk out there right now. You can, anybody can. You just walk out, and you just got to be thankful for them, and just say, "Hey, can you show yourself?" And I've had. Here's the other thing. I've had times where I've asked Heavenly Father. I said, "Heavenly Father, can you show me your angels?" And
Okay.
then they would come. Now remember, I had one that I was going to show you at the very beginning of the show where I said, "Oh, we can look at a couple and see what you think." These I haven't released yet, so
Oh, an
um,
exclusive. Is that what you're trying to tell me, Les?
I've got
All
a few.
right.
I've got a few. Okay, so I'm calling this one either a star or a plane. All right, let me share my screen with you here real
Okay.
quick,
All right. And
and
I'll pop
then
it up there for us.
all right, and there we go. All right, so there's this and share. Bam. Okay. The great thing about SM Player is that I can right click and I can choose bookmarks. I'm calling this one Sky Angel. So here we go. This right here. So let's rewind it back a little bit. Okay. So this is January 29th at 5:50 p.m. And here we go. And here it is right here. I think it's going a little fast. I don't know. Okay. No. Can you see it okay?
I'm trying to zoom in my screen, but I'm having issues. So you can
No,
zoom it
it's
in
okay.
for me. All right.
I will zoom in for you. Yes. What I
Thank you,
like
sir.
to do is I like to show the original part first, and then
Of course.
yeah, and then so here now I haven't released this one yet because I don't know. I think I am gonna call it an object. Yeah, see?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
That's what
incredible.
we were watching go by. So here goes. Now, would that
That is the strangest thing.
yeah, see, that can't be a plane because if it was a plane, then it would look the other if it was going that way, which it is, the other wing would be over here, and then so let's go
Yeah.
wide down here, and let's so this
Even
no,
it even looks like. not to be weird or anything, kind of looks like a cross.
Right.
It does.
Hey, right. Okay, so let's zoom in again. Okay, and then I'm going to use this. Okay. Now this one may be my next release. Yeah, it almost does. So now what I'm doing is I'm just rewinding it. It's not moving by itself, but here goes. All right, stand by. See, it's quite strange. So
Like even the top half gets blurry towards the end, and like the wing part of, if you're calling it an angel, seems to be more
it does, yeah.
visible. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah. So there's that one. Do you think that one's viable?
That one's fantastic.
Okay. Well,
that one's a great one, and I really enjoy the one with the 6 circle, the light with the 6. I think it was 6 dots in the circle. That was such an odd one, because there's people who are going to look at that and say it is a Chinese lantern. It doesn't explain the bottom, but people are going to just dismiss it. But how do you dismiss the 6 lights at the top? That's where it gets a little bit hard to fabricate, I guess you would say.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, here's another one. All right, let's do this right here. And okay, all right, there's that. And then let me see. This one says, oh yeah, that shot. Okay. Oh, this right here. This is another kind of a weird thing. Okay. So
okay, that's right.
You would think that
whoa,
let me rewind.
It looks like a bumblebee.
It looks like a bumblebee. You're getting it. You're getting it. Yep. There is no lights on it, that's for sure. So
lens flare.
Okay. Yeah, no. It sure does look like a crazy big old insect, right? But like you said, I am seeing some interesting colors in there. All right. Now, here's something I'm going to do where I'm going to do a little print screen right here. There we go. And then let me stop sharing with you and do that.
All right.
Oh yeah. All right. Let me share this one with you because I'm in here. And so I use another program. It's called IR Fan View, and IR Fan View is a program that you can use to use for your picture editing, especially with your copy and paste, that kind of thing. So I'm going to hit share. Now I noticed it. I was like, oh, hey, look at this. This right here was, well, kind of looks like a Cessna, but now that I'm looking at it, those wings look kind of weird. All right, now let's hit edit paste. There we go. This is what we were just looking at. Okay.
And you're going to put them together?
Look at that.
That is so strange.
Right. Okay. So let's do a file, and then we were going to do image, and let's do a effects, and I'm going to do color corrections. There we go. Okay. Let's do the contrast. To the original. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cancel this out. Let's cancel this out and let's do a Photoshop. Remember how I was telling you that I need some help with Photoshop? Right?
Well, don't be looking at me now. I'm not. That's not my area of expertise whatsoever.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. Well, that's all right. So here's what we're gonna do. And let me go ahead and stop sharing this window, and I'm gonna share my Photoshop with you. Because you're like, oh, well, that's photoshopped. I'm like, well, yeah, you should have seen the original. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so here goes window, and here's my Photoshop share. All right. So I'm gonna create new. Come over here. Oh, this is what my friend was helping me out with. He's like, oh, here's what you got to do. You got to have a plan. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I'm gonna hit paste. Bam. All right. So now that we have that right there, let's take a look. I'm going to use the crop.
Oh, you're gonna crop it out? Okay.
Yeah, let's crop that out, and then we're going to hit enter. Okay. Now I'm going to go over to my image, and I'm going to change the image size. He was telling me that he's like, okay, 1280 by 720p. All right, that works okay with me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now remember that we're doing this just off the cuff, right?
Yes.
And so here we go. See, it could look like a plane, but you know what? It sure doesn't act like a plane. But here goes.
No.
Let's so let's go over here, and the next thing I'm going the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do image, and I'm going to do adjustments, and let's do HDR toning a little bit. We're going to flatten it. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Now, if I knew more about Photoshop, like I used to, that would be great. I'm gonna hit. No, really, that's why I'm looking.
You sound like that dude from the movie Office Space, the boss.
Oh, I love Office Space. Yeah, that's my jam right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go over here to filter, go to sharpen, and let's see if we can do a smart sharpen. Oh! Look at that.
All right, could you zoom in a little bit more? Make that a little bit. I know the pixelation will get worse, but I'd like to see it a little bit closer up.
Yes. So here, just one more. So I'm going to do a Control plus. Oh, sorry. Okay, Control plus. Oh wow.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Yeah.
That is not a bird. That's not a plane. It's not Superman.
No. Okay, so now that we've got that sort of established, now we can kind of go back and let me stop.
Look at it again.
Okay. Yeah. Now we can go back and look at it again. So let's go back here, and I'm going to share this with you one more time. Okay, and there's that video. Oh, no, I want that. There's that present, and okay, share screen. Boom and boom. All right, so here we go. So this is where we were, and let's rewind it back. Oh, I can see that the blue on there a little bit better now, which is interesting. Okay, now let's bring this back out. Okay, and you can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, and even with the audio on, you can't hear any plane noise or anything like that.
Right. Any rocket propulsion, anything.
In fact, you can hear the builders building the other way. So there's that one. Okay. Let's.
Okay, man. We're gonna get you out of here soon. Maybe you can show us one more, and then of course in the future you can come back and show us some more evidence. But let's go one more. Let's go. Show me the one. If you're, it's the bottom of the ninth inning. There's 2 outs. You got the bases loaded. You're down 3 runs, and you got to hit that fastball.
Yeah, so I've done well, right? I've done well with the first.
You've been killing it, Les. You've been killing it.
Right. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you another one from this is just from the other day. So here goes. All right. This is from the 2nd. All right.
The 2nd of February.
2nd. Yep.
Groundhog's Day.
And multi-object. Oh, right here. Okay. This one here. This is kind of interesting.
Okay. Full screening it.
Yeah. Hold on.
Sorry. I was in the process of full screening it for myself.
Oh, yeah. Let me do that. All right. Okay. All right. Now, I'm hoping that this one will win the game here.
Barry Bonds steps up.
There go. Can you see that okay, or is that too far away?
Is it in the left part of the screen? In the middle? Is that what I'm
It's
looking at?
actually right. It's actually right here.
Okay.
Okay, let me make that a little bit. See if I can make that a little bit.
I was concentrating on something else.
Okay. Can you see this? Can you see this right here? Okay.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. All right. So now, and let me know when it's about the best size for you. How about right there?
Right there. That would be perfect.
Okay, let's leave that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, but I'm going to kind of move it over. All right, and let's see. I'm gonna zoom in, but I'm gonna move it over for you so you can still see it.
Okay, I got you. All right.
All right. Now you know where it is. Okay.
What is that, a crab?
I don't know. Now here's the weird part.
That
See this little piece right here?
strange. Yeah.
There's a little something down there that appears. Okay. And it's still there. Wait, it's still there. Okay.
Well, that makes a weird turn.
Yeah.
Makes two weird turns. Three.
Okay. Yeah.
It came down like in a spiral.
Yeah, let me go back. Here goes. All right, and let me start this over here one more time. Right here. Okay. Here we go. See how fast that is? Talk about fast.
You must be spending hours. You must be spending hours looking at this. Is that what you're doing, like in your free time on the weekend? Or is it like
no, this is pretty much
super visual in the moment?
No, I just watch it during the day. Like I have that much, and with it being cloudy out, it's cloudy outside. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, hey.
Well, Les, thank you so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. That was fantastic, man. Do us a favor one more time. Tell everybody where they can find you.
Yes, Objects and Orbs.
Objects and Orbs on YouTube. Go over there and give him some love.
Facebook and on gmail.com.
Gmail.com. So, yeah, thank you very much, Les. I'm going to pop you in the green room, and and I'll talk to you a little bit after this, okay, Ben?
All right, sounds good.
All right, buddy. All right, so that was Les Durrant from Objects and Orbs on YouTube as well as Facebook. Go over there and give him some love if you liked what he's doing, what he's seeing in the sky, and maybe you guys can do the same thing. Look up at night, do the proper intention, and get yourself a CE5 experience. So we want to thank him very much for coming on, and I want to thank you guys very much for coming on as well. See you guys later. You have been listening to the Eye of Jupiter podcast. If you have any strange occurrences, stories, or witnessed anything out of the ordinary, don't be afraid to send me an email at theeyeofjupiterpodcast@gmail.com, and maybe you will be on the show. And please remember, we are the Eye, and we are aware.